Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Jake.
Yeah.
Jake.
Yeah. I loved it.
He's making
You
a
love
complete
it.
mockery.
A
I
massive
can't pause the
censor
video. He's literally making a massive mockery of Deji, and just Deji doesn't understand it. He's such an idiot. How to Cameron? How to Cameron? How to Cameron? I'm Alex, is a commentary YouTuber, and he makes videos that are kind of similar to mine in respect of the topics. Not really, actually, thinking about it, but he makes his videos in a similar way to me. Obviously, he doesn't copy me or anything. I'm too irrelevant for that. But pretty much, he made a video on the KSI versus Logan Paul fight, the whole saga of it, and pretty much this video was terrible. Like, I found it so unfunny, it was just ridiculous, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to pretty much remake his video because it was so goddamn bad. Today I'm going to be talking about the KSI versus Logan Paul and the Deji versus Jake Paul fight. These are fights that are going to take place on the 25th of August, which I believe is very close to results day. So if you actually get really bad results, don't worry about it. You'll be able to supervise someone else's bad results, i.e. by being beaten in front of a lot of people. I watched the Joella versus KSI fight, and it was pretty good, not gonna lie, it was entertaining, and that's all that matters. Of course, it doesn't actually mean anything, but that's kind of irrelevant. I think it's just a bit of fun. So what actually happened is there was a press conference between Deji and Jake Paul, and also KSI and Logan Paul. Now, I don't think KSI is going to win. Logan Paul is so much stronger and so much taller. I don't think there's a chance that flipping KSI will win. I'm just going to say that now. I don't think KSI will win unless he's got really, really good technique. But to be fair, Logan Paul's got experience with wrestling, so it's just, I think Logan Paul is going to win. And also, Deji, he's short. He's just an idiot. Like, I don't think he'll win at all either. And I think Jake Paul and Logan Paul prosper when they're performing. I think because of that, they have a major advantage over their competition. So they've actually done two press conferences. One of them took place in the US and the other one took place in the UK. And I'll quickly run through them. So the US one, the main issue with it was all the audience were Jake Paul or Logan Paul fans, mostly both. Also, the audio was terrible. Like, it kept cutting out. Deji's mic was obviously a lot quieter. Jake Paul's microphone was way louder. Also, the person who is meant to mediate the whole situation, the guy in the middle, was terrible. He just kept repeating what they were saying, and he wasn't actually dishing out proper questions, and he wasn't managing it very well. And lastly, it was too small. The second event happened in the UK, and we're going to have a little look at this event. We're actually going to watch it on, I don't know what channel to watch it on. Let's watch the press conference to take a little look at how it went. I'm going to try and pick up on things that other YouTubers haven't picked up on, because I feel like everyone has made a video on this flipping conference. And the fact that I'm so late is so bad, but I'm going to try and pick up on things that no one else has picked up on. Before this video starts, leave me a like if you enjoyed, sub if you're new, and let's watch the press conference. Deji versus Jake Paul press conference. Now, firstly, Deji should have completely smashed this press conference. Completely. Because the whole audience hate Jake Paul. I know everyone's watched this press conference, but I'm going to analyze it. Yes, I am, because I'm a smart boy.
Yo, what's up? Your boy KSI. I'm here with Deji, and you are watching the official
I thought
channel.
my screen was dirty, but no, the wall's just really crappy. That's fantastic.
And you are watching the official channel where you can buy the pay-per-view right now for August 25th for all the fights.
There's a discount for the month of July.
So let's get this straight. If you want to watch this fight live and legally, you have to pay, I think it's £6 to watch it on YouTube, which, you know, I understand why they're charging something, but I think £6 is way too much. But this pay-per-view thing is just completely stupid. And of course people are going to illegally live stream it. And of course I'm going to watch one of these live streams. I'm not going to pay for it. Why would I pay for it? God dang it. It's also really hot in this room. So if I look like I'm sweating, I apologize. I sweat too bad. I know it's annoying. But yeah, it's pay-per-view, which is really flipping stupid. And no one's like criticized them for that.
Coming to the stage.
So the guy that was
It's
hosting
Jake
it
Paul.
is different. It's the true Geordie. I like him. He's a nice guy, actually. I've watched him with his videos before. So Jake Paul is out
Hey,
here.
boo if Deji's a bitch. Yeah, boo if Deji's a bitch.
So Jake Paul knows that everyone hates him, right? So they're of course gonna boo him. So he's just kind of like he's making it into a joke, which I have a lot of respect for. It's just
That's
funny.
crazy. I thought you guys were on Deji's team. Yeah. Hey. Jake Paul. Fuck Jake Paul. Jake Paul.
So in the other press conference, one of the only things that Deji did well was actually start a chant shouting F Jake Paul, F Jake Paul. And it was so stupid because no one was doing it, because the last audience were all Jake Paul fans pretty much. But then Jake Paul twisted it. So it went from no one saying the chant to everyone saying the chant, including Jake Paul. So it just really, it means that it doesn't have a bite or anything to it. It's juvenile and ridiculous. All
Jake
these
Paul!
people are idiots. Like they think they're actually doing something by shouting that chant. Clearly Jake Paul doesn't care.
Yeah. Thank y'all for coming out tonight. Thank y'all for coming out tonight to the show. Haha. Respect.
Don't be throwing anything.
Yeah.
Don't be throwing nothing, all right?
Love you.
Don't be throwing nothing.
I respect Jake Paul so much for this press conference because he knows that everyone doesn't like him, but he doesn't care about his ego. He just makes a joke out of it. And this is the thing, I used to hate Jake Paul. I don't like his content. I don't like his channel. He's done lots of bad things. His personality annoys me, but he can handle these types of scenarios extremely well.
All right. And his opponent, it's Deji.
So everyone's cheering for Deji. So Deji should be able to roast him easily. How can anyone be scared of Deji? Seriously, he's such an idiot. Like, if you actually listen to how he speaks, and I know I don't speak particularly well either, but he just, you know he's so dumb. He's brain dead. He got bad GCSE results as well, so...
What's up? What's up? Oh my God, I love this. I love this. How are you guys doing? Yo, f Jake Paul. F Jake
Like-
Paul. Jake Paul!
He doesn't recognize that it doesn't have a bite to it because Jake Paul's making a joke out of it. Like, he doesn't understand that. He thinks that he's actually harming him. He thinks Jake Paul is getting beaten down because of this chant. He's not. You're an idiot for thinking that.
Jake Paul. Fuck Jake Paul. Fuck Jake Paul. Fuck Jake Paul.
That's all you hear,
Hey,
right?
Hey,
That's all you hear.
y'all dumbasses say anything else?
Boring! Boring!
What's boring? Like, what are you on about, man? You're calling Jake Paul boring. Like, I don't like Jake Paul, but he's definitely not boring. Like, he's literally the opposite. He's crazy. You know, Deji's the boring guy. Have you seen his content before boxing and before the diss tracks? He literally would just upload, like, the same content. Like, he's done a million try not to laugh challenges and tasting food videos. Like, he's the boring one. I don't like
Y'all say
Deji.
anything else?
All right, Deji, let's get it.
Okay, that's stupid ass because it's an audience, so they're not even meant to be saying anything anyway. Great.
Set it down. Jake Paul! Fuck Jake Paul!
They're just chickens
Jake Paul.
in the audience.
Fuck Jake Paul. Yeah. Yeah. I
Are you
made
ready?
a song about it. It's got 60 million views. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah,
Go. Go ahead, Deji. Go ahead, Deji.
Great roast back. Fantastic. Just agree with his point. If someone roasts you, just agree with it.
Come on, let's get going. We've
It's
got
ridiculous.
to, this time, we want to hear some fucking answers and questions, so let's just go. Come on.
Yes.
First question, Deji.
what's up?
Initially, you were pushing the KSI Jake fight. At what point did you realize it was you who was going to take on Jake?
It all happened in LA. It all happened in LA when this bitch refused to fight my brother, so I had to step in. I had to step in and fight you myself.
He repeats what he says kind of for approval. He literally said, it all started in LA, and then he waits to see what the audience think of that. If the audience are like, yes, it did, and then he continues it because everyone agreed with him. I guarantee if the audience didn't care, and they were like, no, it didn't, he would have changed like what he was saying. You know, he's so dumb. It's so obvious to me.
You're a pussy. You're a pussy.
Let it out.
Right, no. No, Jake Paul is not that disgusting one. The reason why is because he's still participating in a fight, and he's got the balls to literally turn up to a room where, like, there's 1,000 people that all hate his guts. He's managed to turn up there, and he's still making jokes out of it. He's trying to stay calm. That's not being a puss. I don't know why I didn't fight KSI, but I know where he's coming from a little bit. But he's definitely not a puss. He's just a bit of a puss, you know.
Let it all out, buddy. Let it all out.
All right. Jake,
Get all your emotion out now.
question for Jake.
Boring.
All right.
It doesn't
Let
mean
it all
anything.
out.
Question for Jake.
Let it all out.
He's trying to irritate Jake Paul, but like Jake Paul, I think he has such a good temperament in this whole press conference that it's not working. And I know some people are going to be like, "Oh, Cameron, you're just being so nice to Jake Paul and horrible to flipping Comedy Shorts." Not Comedy Shorts, Gamer. That's his old alias. No, and you're being really horrible to Deji. And yes, I am. I'm doing that on purpose because clearly everyone in this room supports Deji. And also, a lot of people watching this video, a lot of people watching the fight support Deji. Not many people actually support Jake Paul, even though he's doing a fantastic job throughout the whole fight, I think. Anyway.
Vidal and KSI are actually training. They train for the Weller fight. They know what it takes.
I'm sparring a world champion.
And
In case
Vidal,
you didn't know.
Vidal said on his story that he was done with the bullshit because Deji wasn't working hard enough.
Yo, no one cares.
And so he had to go to
one
Vic's
cares.
Boxing Gym, home of 0 world champions.
Is anyone listening?
Come on in today.
Yeah, Deji is completely high rate. I think Jake Paul's just saying all of this on purpose to annoy him. And he's doing a flipping good job.
Do you think that Jake is deliberately putting bare minimum videos up to make it look like he's not training, so he's got excuses, or do you just think he's trying to hide it from you?
Yo, I just hope he can fight better than he can dress.
Oh, dressing.
He dressed like shit.
Wow. First off, if he actually wore what he was wearing, unironically, and you said it looked bad in this scenario, it would just seem a bit stupid calling him out for what he's wearing because it's so irrelevant. But it would make a bit of sense if he was wearing it unironically. Clearly, Jake Paul is wearing what he's wearing on purpose. It's meant to look bad. Like that's the point.
You are actual shit.
Oh, this hurts so much. I bet Jake Paul is in agony.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo,
Let it out.
Yo, whose period blood
Let
is
it
that?
out.
Whose period blood is
Let
that?
it out.
Boring.
It's
Deji.
just so
Calm
annoying.
down.
He's just trying to take in the audience supporting him. Of course his audience are going to support him. Not just because, you know, Deji actually is a good fighter, just because they don't like Jake Paul. You know, I think Deji's really lucky because his brother is so famous and so successful. I don't like Deji. He's just an idiot. I can't say anything else about him.
Yeah. Keep
Everybody's
yelling.
throwing stuff, so just calm the down,
Keep
all right?
yelling.
All right. Everyone's going to leave the stage if you keep throwing stuff.
The footage of Deji sparring, he gets hit in the stomach once,
Yo,
and he
my
drops
man,
to the ground.
My man, make sure you get
What do
your
you
shoes
say,
You
washed.
can't
Deji?
deny that.
That's all they're gonna see.
You can't deny
That's
that.
all they're gonna see. Make sure you have good
You can't
sponsors
deny
for your
that.
shoes.
Jake Paul. Jake Paul. Y'all are dumb. Y'all are dumb. Y'all are dumb. Say something else. Say something else. Say something else. Jake Paul.
He makes it entertaining. If it was just Deji here, I wouldn't even watch it because it's so boring.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, Jake.
Yeah.
Jake.
Yeah. I loved it.
He's making
You
a
love
complete
it.
mockery.
A
I
massive
can't
size
pause the
advantage.
video. He's literally making a massive mockery of Deji, and just Deji doesn't understand it. He's such an idiot.
Yeah, Jake.
Yeah.
Jake.
Yeah. I loved it.
You
I love
have
it.
a massive size advantage.
Hey, I agree. I
Jake,
agree.
You have a massive size
Jake
advantage over.
Paul.
You have a massive size advantage over Deji. You're the bigger guy. If you don't win, is that not even more humiliating for you since Deji is clearly
My
smaller
man,
than you?
you're still wearing heels.
There's 0% chance that Deji
Why are
wins
you
this
wearing
fight.
high heels?
There's 0% chance that Deji wins this fight.
This is funny. So Deji actually had a point in the last press conference. He mentioned how Jake Paul said that he was 6'1", and called Deji 5'8", even though I think Deji's actually shorter than 5'8". Just saying, okay? And yeah, Jake Paul's nowhere near 6'1", 100%. Deji called Jake Paul out for wearing, I think they're called Cuban heel boots or something. They have like a really high heel on them. And I agreed with Deji, because when they actually stood together, there was about a 4-inch height difference, I thought. And obviously, if Jake Paul was wearing the heel as well, on top of that, he would have had an advantage to his height. So that 4-inch difference is not actually legit. And also, it wouldn't mean that Jake Paul would be 6'1" and Deji would be 5'8", which is what Jake Paul claimed. Now, here's the thing, right? This is so confusing because if you actually look at his footwear, he's wearing, like, sandals or something. He's not wearing, like, high heels or whatever he said. I wonder if there's an image. Yeah, look at these shoes that he's wearing. There's actually no heel on them. They're flats, you know, and yet Deji's still saying that he's wearing heels. And then, this is the thing that makes it even worse. They stand together and Deji looks shorter than before. What? This is ridiculous. Okay, it's really sad. I feel bad for Deji because clearly he's a smaller guy and also he's a lot dumber. I don't even know why he's fighting. Like, he's not a fighter. What is he doing here? And it's crazy. It really is.
Don't throw anything. Come on.
He's just trying to annoy Deji right now. It's so obvious. And Deji takes this seriously. What?
What did I say? No eye contact. What did I say?
So, and he just turns instantly. Jake Paul is so obviously trolling. And this is why he's obviously smarter. This is ridiculous. And also, I think Deji was making it out like, oh, no eye contact. He's scared of me. No, he's not. The fact that Deji takes it seriously it just proves how dumb he is. So everyone's supporting Deji. But all Deji has said is, you dress badly, I'm going to destroy you, I'm training to destroy you, and that's it. There's no roasts. There's nothing that Deji has actually said that's worth it. While Jake Paul has literally gone to this press conference. Everyone hates him. He's made a mockery of what Deji said in the last press conference. He's completely taken everything in his stride and he's made Deji look like an idiot. And this is why Deji will just lose. And I know a lot of people may be thinking to themselves, oh, Cameron, why do you even care about this fight? It's because it's funny, okay? I honestly think I'm not going to bother reacting to KSI versus Logan Paul because it literally involves KSI just calling Logan Paul out. And Logan Paul just sits there really sad. He looks so sad in it. Like, I thought he was putting it on because he is a good actor, you know. He's been an actor for quite a while. But no, he genuinely looks sad. And he looks sad because everyone was against him. I don't think that's fair at all. I think in terms of sports, I think it's unfair when everyone's against you because you kind of feel hopeless because of that. So I don't think it's worth me reacting to it because KSI did way better than Logan Paul, 100%. So who do I think is going to win? You may be wondering to yourself. I think Jake Paul will win the fight against Deji. I mean, if he doesn't, that's absolutely atrocious on Jake Paul's part. But I know what Deji's like. He'll have a massive ego if he actually does win the fight. And I don't like Deji. I kind of want him to leave YouTube, so maybe him losing the fight would help progress that. I think Logan Paul will win against KSI. I really do, because Logan Paul, he's massive. I think all of them are breaks, you know. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. Leave me a like if you enjoyed it. Sub if you're new, and I'll be seeing you guys later. Goodbye.